Hi, this is Mark. I just want to talk about a couple of stocks. I think it's potentially will be an increase next week. And so today is December the 6th. And so yeah, I just want to get down to the business and make it simple and short and to the point. Without too much elaboration, so I can get to you guys the video as soon as possible. So basically there's a couple ones I'm kind of interested. Without going too much detail on like what they do and stuff, I just want to point out maybe some of them are like new specs and they have not show their full potential. Most of the specs, as we all know, will going up. Will go up. The first one they announced, and then will come down, and then will be certain period of time before they announce a merger, and the final, when the merger begin, and so after the merger. At a merger, so the price can go up or can go down. So basically you can go here like this, or like this. So but mostly so basically based on the previous experiences from other companies, they depends on how the price go from the how good the stock is. If the stock show a lot of growth potential and the stock has not reached the maximum very high yet, so the stock will continue during the merger and keep on going like this. But if the stock was kind of weak, it is it's average and it's not very good stock, then it will basically go like this, and it will not rise very high during the merger, and it will go kind of flat and go down. But if it's a very bad stock, so basically just not too much value at all, and the stock will not go rise very high, and then after merger it will just drop. So the better the stock, the better it will do in general. Okay, so the better it will do during the merger, and the better it will do after the merger. But if it's a stock without too much growth potential, it will not rise as high, and it will drop right after merger as well. So we see that in a couple of earlier specs earlier this year. Okay, so basically, as of today, there's a couple of stock has not show a very increase like the first peak yet. So it's a very good potential stocks, and I think it's a buy right now. So the stock that I'm recommending is AOC. This stock, it has not risen very far. So it's all 11 to 13 range stocks. They are so maybe they are in the verge of the first peak. So I think it will have some action. There's some movement this month, this week, or next 1 or 2 weeks. So the first one is OAC, the second one is PSTH. Both of the stocks are basically at a initial price, so it does not have a. So I plan to invest in this too. I will look into, and as well as the DMYD, it has not increased much from the initial price yet either, and I think also TDAC. This one, they don't have too much. They haven't released too much information yet for those two. So So basically, they are pretty much at the initial price. You can lose too much. So those two look out, but this two has more potentials. My personal opinion. So there's another stock called Ross. It started rising already. So I think, and hopefully it doesn't drop back down. Some stock, when they because the investor, like anything, any kind of wind blows, they kind of get excited, but maybe there's really nothing. So sometimes they just drop back down. So this stock, we don't know. Last week there's some movement on the stock, but not a lot. So I think there's some potential to it. So there's some speculations. So you can go, make your own decision. I think ROTH, ROTH, is one of the stocks, and there's another one called SRAC. Some other people also talk about this stock. It has been rising. I think it's rising 30%. So it does has a potential, but we don't know. It's a real beginning of the merger, or is it like there's basically some talk, nothing definitive yet. So those two, there are some development last week, but not quite a lot. Okay, so and there's one, this one, NNMD. There's a lot of development last week. It has been rising. I think it's already been passed, or either on the way to be the first pick, or halfway, or it's already finished the first pick. So NNMD. So look out for that if you want to. There's some stocks people talk about. There's a couple of penny stocks right here. I saw people talk about, and there's one for a drug stock. Okay, this one, it potentially has a very, very high growth, but right now, it has been to $4. Right now, it's around $5. So maybe when it come back, to 4, you can buy it, and it has a less risk. But right now, it is it's $5. So, and it's on the upward trend. So depends on you, when it fall, it's most likely to be 25%. The most, it can go down is 25%, and there's a floor pretty much of high resistance at $4. So if it's me, I would wait until it go back to $4 and invest in this stock. But this stock can go very, very high. It's a drug company, and they are making. So if a drug being announced, they can go very high. So this one, it used to be a very high value stock, but recently has been dropped a lot. So right now it's a price. It's a very bargain price. So if when you bought it, if there's a stock announcement, it can be a very you can grow like 80%, 100% in a matter of days. Okay, so the another one is HYRF. This one I don't know too much about, but a lot of people are talking about it. And the FUBO, this one has been a very renowned company outside the US, but it's basically betting. You make a bet, you're watching sports, and make a betting on sports team. So a lot of channels, you basically just watch football or watch sports, but you just watch, and you can make a bet somewhere else. So this one, this company merged the betting and the sports channel together. So So I think so it's very easy. So people can watching sports and then they can make a bet at the same time. So I think has a very good potential, and a lot of people being recommended. Yeah, but it has been rising for couple of days now, and there's a large increase on the stock already. So maybe it's a good, still has some good potential. Maybe not. So up to you. I think the price prediction right now is the price right now it's halfway between the low point and the high point. So maybe they still have some potential to go. We don't know. As of today, there's it's halfway. It's rising, a lot already. So just be considering when you make the investment. And there's another stock is very, very interesting. It's called a FCEL. FCEL. This stock is basically many people has been talking about this stock, and it has also been rising for a while, for last week, for significant amount. I think it's around 30 to 40%. You can check, and but I think there's still some room to increase. So maybe it's still on the halfway of the first peak. And let's see, there's another stock. I think it's called MP, and it's basically a mining company, and it's a rare earth mining company. So basically, like all the semiconductors and all the everything, and you can buy into this stock. Some people has been recommended, and it has to show basically right now show a peak within a week already. So basically last week was at a peak, I think it's around $22, and then come back, and now it's $22 again. So but the price overall it's still quite cheap. So maybe still price to earning ratio is still quite reasonable. So you can make an investment. There's a lot of upward potential. There's some upward potential to this stock. So yeah. So I don't know. Maybe you can. Yeah, I don't know. You can make a bet. And there's another stock called AREC. There's some people talking about it, but it's not guaranteed. I don't know too much about this stock. And okay, so this one is very good. So this one is a GIX. It is one of the. I think this one is one of the stock. It's only. I think right now currently it grew about very initial amount so far right here. So there's a big peak. I think it's coming up this week. So just remember this stock. It's called a GIX. It's GIG Capital. It's public GIG Capital. So this one is actually I highly recommend this stock. Okay, so that's it for today, and so you guys can do more research on the stickers, all the stickers I mentioned, and so this video is again is for entertainment purpose only, and I'm not a financial advisor for you, so do your own research. Okay, Thank you for watching, and subscribe, like, subscribe, and see you next time.